Christmas comes, they get, what they ask for. I get everything that I did not ask for. The love they got for their kids, they didn't have for me. So it was like, felt out of place in the world. Um, like sometimes I wish I was, not here. Okay, she's in a better place. But shit,
How did your sister pass away?
the state, you know, authorized for an adoption that my sister got killed outside, hypothermia, in the cold, snow, no clothes.
Wow.
That's what they did to her. They put her outside as a consequence.
So YouTube, Top Flight USA, back with another one.
So,
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man.
All right.
Uh,
What's your name, age, and where you from?
My name is Matt. I'm 26. Originally from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Ethiopia.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
They said that's that's the homeland.
Yeah. Homeland. I've been here about 15 years.
Okay.
I'm fully a citizen. Uh, let's see. I stayed with my parents for about 2 years. My adoption didn't go so great. I got separated from my sister at the airport. We got separated. She went to South Carolina. I went to North Carolina. For about 2 years, staying with my adopted parents. She got killed in 2014.
Oh wow, man. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, so I've been really going through the system, really. That's my only problem right now. I'm still stuck in it.
Well,
yes.
let's pause it right there and try to build the interview up a little bit. So you was born in Ethiopia?
Yeah, I was born and raised there till I was like 8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
And then you came to the States.
Yeah.
And as you made your way to the States, you came with your parents?
No, my original, my blood-related parents, my mom passed away when I was a baby.
Oh, wow.
I ain't never
Sorry to
seen
hear
my
about
dad.
that. So your mom passed away at a young age when you was young, and you never knew your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So growing up, how did it make you feel to know that your mom passed away when you was young?
It was rough. As in, like, when I came here, they were trying to, like, make me forget everything. They already knew my history. They already knew my mom passed away when I was a baby. They knew I didn't meet my dad. I was going through, like a mental therapy. I had a therapist for that. I guess they were trying to, like, make me, like, change my thought process. I have a new mom, so they wanted me to, like, call her mom and stuff.
Right.
So, like, it was difficult.
So how did that make you feel? Did you call her mom, or did you feel like that was your mom?
I mean, I was like, maybe it's like a second chance. Maybe I should give it a chance. So I did start calling her mom after a while. But they had their own kids. My stepsister and my stepbrother, which we didn't get along at all.
Why do you say that?
Speaking English, like right as I started speaking English, and I can understand what they were saying. The first word I heard was the Nigger, and that's what they were calling me the whole time. I just didn't know.
So you was with your foster parents is white?
Yeah.
Okay.
The kids white. I mean, that was another weird part too. I mean, I didn't see it as a racial thing. It was just uncomfortable for me because everybody up in there is, skin tone different. They talk different. They treat me different than their kids. Like, we're not. Christmas comes, they get, what they ask for. I get everything that I did not ask for. Like, it'll be the opposite of everything I asked for.
Oh, wow.
I asked for an iPod because everybody at school got iPods. And after you finish your work, your teacher allowed you to listen to your music. And instead of an iPod, they bought me a radio. They plug into a wall. So I got to go around the room to find that outlet. Like, it was so...
Oh, wow.
It was so, like... the love they got for their kids, they didn't have for me. So it was like felt out of place. And I
Wow.
still do to this day. Still at a place like I don't belong here. I ain't got no family out here. I don't know nobody out here besides the people that I met out here, which I
Right.
call family. But them people you can't really trust either. So I don't fully know.
Right. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, brother. Uh, you're definitely here for a reason. God put everybody here for a reason. You just gotta find your
Yeah.
reason. You know.
That's another thing right there. I like to find my purpose to where I feel like I belong in this part of the world. Um, like sometimes I wish I was, not here, like where I was at. I wish they left me there because I was more. I mean, it was bad over there, as in death rates. They hire because we ain't got no hospital. We ain't got nothing. I mean, no resource, no structure, no. Our government's bad, but it seems like this government about to be bad. Got Donald Trump in the White House. You know, so I'm scared about that because I'm African. He wants us to go back. He wants the Mexicans to go back. You know,
Right.
that's,
How did you feel when you got to the airport and you were separated from your sister?
I was scared really. I didn't know that was gonna happen. My parents sort of like shooed me away from her, and they turned my back towards like the plane door. So whenever she left out of my sight, I took off.
Mm.
They got that way the airport is set up. The plane's on that side. It's like a zip line that you gotta walk through. So I went under the zip line. The military base is right on the other side. So I done went into the military. So they were doing their practice and shit. And I was trying to run off and get back to my sister. So I couldn't. And by the time I done got on the plane, I sort of like slept it off.
Wow.
It was hard to process it. Hard to figure out why I didn't have no control over it.
Did you ever ask them in that moment, why are you separating me from my sister?
I did, but
What did they
they
say?
didn't speak Arabic. So I spoke
Right.
fully Arabic.
You didn't even know
Um,
English at the
no
time.
English, no nothing. Um, it was like down dropping to even, you know, think about that. I can't speak English to y'all to let y'all know how I feel. So y'all don't even know how I feel right now. Y'all kidnapping me to a whole new state. I'm in the country. Y'all
Right.
about to take me to a whole new area. I don't even know no family there. The only family I had is my sister. That's the only thing I know, and y'all taking that away from me. So that's all I ever known about them.
Hmm.
They take stuff away from me, stuff I cared about, and now I have nothing. But
Wow.
it's like oh, I hear every day, people say, it would be okay, she's in a better place. But shit.
How did your sister pass away?
Um, that was about the craziest part I ever found out, read about it, about how she died and what they got charged with. They locked them up. The mom and the dad got locked up. They let the dad out though, because he wasn't at home most of the time. He working. It was the mom. They had four kids. One they three adopted, including my sister that made five. So whenever the kids act up or they do like small shit, like drop, they got juice cup, they drop it on the floor, you got juice on the floor, you gotta clean it up.
Right.
Mama think, she gonna, they got chickens and stuff, I guess they raise farm animals.
Okay.
So she done cut chicken, the chicken throat and shit, and tied it around the kid's neck, talking about it's gonna take all the evil spirits out of y'all and
Mm.
all that bad. And some of that is true, depending on what religion you are and where you're from. They do have rituals like that. But to see that an American that the state, you know, authorized for an adoption, that my sister got killed outside, hypothermia, in the cold, snow, no clothes.
Wow.
That's what they did to her. they put it outside as a consequence.
Called House of Horrors, where young Hanna Williams died. Hanna's adoptive parents are accused of starving and beating her and leaving her outside in the cold to die. KOMO 4's Michelle Esteban has been listening to the emotional closing arguments today. She is live in Mount Vernon with more. Michelle?
Well, Eric, it's been 7 weeks of testimony, so a very full day today, chock full of details and closing arguments, some very disturbing, including photographs. And as you mentioned, on occasion, there were a number of people in the gallery just tearing up. At one point, the judge asked people if they couldn't control themselves to leave the courtroom. The other thing that we saw today, the husband and wife in this case, pitted against each other. 7 weeks of testimony boiled down to nearly 2.5 hours of closing arguments from prosecutor Rich Wyrich. He insists Larry and Carrie Williams are guilty of homicide by abuse in the death of their adoptive daughter, Hanna Williams.
They both played an integral part in this little house of horrors.
He summed up Hanna's death and the alleged abuse of her deaf brother Emmanuel in seconds.
As they tortured and starved Hanna Williams until she passed away, and they tortured and assaulted Emmanuel Williams.
Wyrich told the jury Hanna weighed 76 pounds in 2008 when adopted from Ethiopia. A year later, her weight 108 pounds. At her death in 2011, she weighed only 78 pounds. He showed a tiny closet he alleges Hanna was forced to live in, reviewed Hanna's autopsy photos, including pictures of scars the prosecutor said came from being hit with a plastic rod.
When I saw her picture, when I saw the scars, she lost a lot of weight, the bruises, I could see a lot of turmoil and pain on her face.
The state described a 1.5-year-long pattern of alleged abuse.
These children were denied food, placed in untenable situations to spend their time. They were beaten with belts, glue sticks.
Mr. Williams had absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Larry Williams' defense attorney countered that the father was not home when Hanna died. She told the jury he loved Hanna and his wife, quote, designed, planned, and implemented the discipline.
He's told you that he feels responsible. He feels ashamed.
Now, Carrie Williams' attorney has not yet had his chance to address the jury. That's going to happen first thing tomorrow at 9 a.m. But I can tell you that during the trial, Carrie was very clear. She blamed the discipline on her husband. And she also said that Hanna unintentionally killed herself. On the day that she died, she said she was being, quote, oppositional and rebellious, refusing to come in out of the cold, and that she was acting out on a regular basis.
But
Wow.
Again, that shit.
Is it
it does something to you,
Yeah, man.
I wasn't there.
It's just,
that I feel like that's my fault too.
no, it's not your fault, bro.
Protect her.